further must we heft this baggage? Any cell will do? Why not toss him in with this lot? They could use the meat. Them? What about us? My belly aches, and his flesh is seared just the way I like it. Quiet! You two whimper like grunts fresh off the teat. He's not meant for the jails. The higher-ups have something special in mind. Noble prophets of truth and mercy, I have brought the incompetent.
You may leave, Tartarus.
But I thought...
And take your brutes with you.
Release the prisoner.
The council decided to have you hung by your entrails and your corpse paraded through the city. But ultimately, the terms of your execution are up to me.
I am already dead.
Indeed. Do you know where we are?
The mausoleum of the Arbiter.
Quite so. Here rests the vanguard of the great journey. Every Arbiter from first to last. Each one created and consumed in times of extraordinary crisis.
The taming of the Hunters, the Grunt Rebellion. Were it not for the Arbiters, the Covenant would have broken long ago.
Even on my knees, I do not belong in their presence.
Halo's destruction was your error, and you rightly bear the blame. But the Council was overzealous. We know you are no heretic. This is the true face of heresy, one who would subvert our faith and incite rebellion against the High Council.
Our prophets are false. Open your eyes, my brothers. They will use the faith of our forefathers to bring ruin to us all. The great journey is...
This heretic, and those who follow him, must be silenced.
Their slander offends all who walk the path.
What use am I? I can no longer command ships, lead troops into battle.
Not as you are, no, but become the Arbiter. And you shall be set loose against this heresy with our blessing.
What of the Council?
The tasks you must undertake as the Arbiter are perilous, suicidal. You will die, as each Arbiter has before you. The Council will have their corpse.
What would you have your Arbiter do?
When we joined the Covenant, we took an oath.
According to our station, all without exception.
On the blood of our fathers, on the blood of our sons, we swore to uphold the Covenant.
Even to our dying breath.
Those who would break this oath are heretics, worthy of neither pity nor mercy. Even now, they use our Lord's creations to broadcast their lies.
We shall grind them into dust.
And continue our march to glorious salvation. This armor suits you, but it cannot hide that mark.
Nothing ever will. You are the Arbiter.
The will of the prophets. But these are my elites. Their lives matter to me, yours does not.
That makes two of us. There's no doubt. The storm will strike the facility. We'll be long gone before it arrives.
Warriors, prepare for combat!
We are the arm of the prophets, Arbiter, and you are the blade. Be silent and swift, and we shall quell this heresy without incident.
Alright guys, welcome back. That LI gamer got here, and I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look like the Chief, this doesn't feel like the Chief.
The
And
storm has
you're
masked
correct.
our approach, and it should have their local battle net in disarray. We have the element of surprise, for now.
As I was saying, that is correct. We are not the Chief. We are playing as the Arbiter for the first time in the Halo campaign series, in the Halo franchise for that matter. We're playing as a different character.
Engage active camouflage. Reveal yourselves only after the Arbiter has joined battle with the enemy.
Just gonna let some dialogue pass here, guys.
You may wish to do the same, Arbiter. But take heed. Your armor system is not as new as ours. Your camouflage will not last forever.
Okay, so last place we left off was with the Chief. We were escaping in pursuit of the Covenant supercarrier from New Mombasa. However, that is not where we continue here. We are playing as the Arbiter. And basically what the Arbiter is, this is basically a peacekeeper within the Covenant. And basically he's the same character that you saw at the beginning of the campaign here in the cutscene. And you know, just a little backstory on this character. As far as I know, I could be wrong. He's responsible for the most human kills ever since these two factions have been at war, pretty much. So you know, he's a pretty big deal within the Covenant military, and you know, he was given the Mark of Shame, designated to be the Arbiter to do the Prophet's bidding work. And here we are trying to quell the heresy that's been stemmed out from the Covenant here. Basically what we're doing, for anybody who's unclear, there's a faction of elites and grunts and basically Covenant soldiers who have defected from the Covenant, who believe that the Great Journey is nothing. I gotta say, when I first played this game back in 2004, I was pretty confused at this point. You know, this is very unexpected. You know, we went from playing as the Chief to all in the first game to now. Yeah, guys. So basically, we're in this Forerunner facility. This is basically where the heretic leader was last known to be. So that's, I guess, where the best place to begin our search would be. Now, you guys heard me mention the words Great Journey before. This is where we're going to start digging a little bit deeper into the Halo storyline. Also, the aliens speak English in this game. I think that's hilarious. But it makes sense. So you guys might be thinking to yourselves, you know, what is the Great Journey? You know, if you're playing this for the first time, you know, if you've never played Halo before, experienced Halo fans, you know what it is by now, but the Great Journey is basically a belief that the Covenant have to sacrifice, or the Covenant have to activate these Halo rings in order to reach a state of Divine, pretty much, the Holy Land. So that's basically where their heads are at. what's funny is these heretics that we're fighting against, you know, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in the Great Journey. They believe it's a false line. And
I am making my approach.
unknown to the Arbiter, that's basically the truth. You know, we know from playing as Master Chief in the last game that Halo are super weapons built for destroying all life in the galaxy and starving the flood of all their food. You know, more than that in the last game. However, the Covenant's beliefs are that activating Halo rings will bring them salvation and everything like that. So that's basically the definition of the Great Journey. Alright guys, so we're just pushing deeper into the facility here, fighting against the heretic forces. As you can see, the heretic forces are, you know, very similar to Covenant. You know, they basically are still Covenant forces. They've just defected. They're basically like a splinter group, pretty much. They decide not to associate themselves with the Covenant just because they don't believe what the Covenant rules. And as you saw in the cutscene, you get a pretty good idea of what how the prophets feel about these guys. I'm not going to explain it in too much detail, but they pretty much want this faction dealt with. Alright, so we're just going to push deeper in here. We actually have access, now that we play as an elite, to camouflage. So we are going to use that at times to our advantage. Just because we can.
Here!
And we do have some access to some new weapons here, guys. This is one sec. Okay, this is what's known as the Covenant Carbine. It's most similarly. I'm never going to attempt to say that word again. It's most similar to the battle rifle, except for that, in the sense that it's only semi-automatic. It's not burst fire. So it's kind of a marksman weapon, I would say. Its greatest attribute is that it's very accurate. And it's got a pretty high rate of fire for being semi-automatic. You know, just there, I was holding down the trigger. I was pulling the trigger as quick as I can. And you can get a pretty decent amount of rounds on it. Just because I'm forced to play with Covenant weapons right now, that's probably my favorite go-to. And so that's probably what I'm going to stick with for the levels that we do play as the Arbiter here.
Deal with him, my brothers. I will defend the Oracle.
Its truth must not be silent.
Alright everyone, so we basically caught up with the heretic leader, temporarily. However, we'll be in pursuit of him soon enough. Just gotta fight through these grunts here, and these grunts are quite tough in this level. Most of them are equipped with those needlers that shoot those projectiles at you. They basically track you, which is super annoying, especially when you're trying to take cover.
Mobilizing their air forces, officer. Get after their leader, but watch your back. I'm sending one of our phantoms to support you.
Alright, so we basically just have a small escort section here. Alright guys, so we're just past the Banshee section there. Sorry if I had to fast forward that section, I just didn't want to get in trouble.
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it before.
Alright guys, so we're inside the facility where the heretic leader was last seen, should I say. We are still in pursuit of him. Once again guys, sorry if I had to fast forward through that Banshee section, just didn't want to get in trouble with music playing and everything like that, but we're back, here we are. The building we're in now is basically a containment facility that was used to study the blood. So we might be seeing our little infectious friends very soon, yet again.
Always have bad feeling. You had bad feeling about morning food, Nickel.
Close your jaws or I shall bite them shut.
God, still playing some Leaf feels weird.
See? Heretic!
Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
I wondered who the prophets would send to silence me. An arbiter. I'm flattered.
He's using a hollow drone. He must be close. Come out so we may kill you.
Get in line. Leader!
Stand firm. The blood.
Ah yes, more blood. Lovely.
For the nipple!
Now the blood in this game have become more, I don't want to say more tactical enemy to fight against, but more advanced, I want to say. They have more ways to kill you, I guess. Like they needed any more ways to kill you. But basically what can happen now is these little infection forms, they can take over a dead body that's laying on the ground pretty much and bring it back to life. So you want to make sure when you're fighting the flood that any dead bodies you come across, you make sure they're not in one piece, I'm just going to say. Because otherwise the flood will take control of them and use them against you. So hopefully just some helpful advice there. But the Flood already had enough ways to play, they don't need it. But in this game they're a little bit more funner to fight against. Only because they're not just mindless idiot zombies that just run up and whack you in the back of the head. they actually employ some pretty useful tactics. You know, they can retreat if they're taking too many losses or they're taking too much fire. You know, they'll fall back and take cover. And they're just more vicious. You know, when you're fighting against them. You'll see. You know, as we fight against them more and more, just how much more vicious they seem. At least that's how I feel. But I really hope you guys are enjoying the Halo 2 series so far. Just about halfway done with this game, not quite. But I'm having a lot of fun making these series for you guys, so if you guys enjoy them, definitely consider leaving the videos a like. But yeah guys, Halo 2 story becomes a lot more fleshed out in the later levels here. I really don't want to spoil it for you guys who haven't played the game yet. I'm sure there are some of you out there who haven't played it yet. You know, the game is fairly old. It came out in 2004, but you know, still, I really don't want to spoil it for anyone. The game does a much better job of explaining what happens and why everything's happened than I do. So, you know, any character backstory and weaponry and stuff like that, I'll be happy to share. But as far as storyline goes, I'm going to leave that up to Halo 2. I'm here to give you guys some good gameplay and semi-decent commentary. Alright guys, so we're just about reaching the bottom of this section here. It's actually really tough. I'm still playing on heroic difficulty. I believe that's the way Halo should be played. But these infection forms, man, I'm sorry, combat forms, just do such a better job of overwhelming you and making you feel powerless against them in this game, as opposed to Halo 1. You know, in Halo 1, they would still swarm you and make you feel overwhelmed, everything like that. But in this game, it just takes it up a notch. In this section here, I'm just going to play a little more defensively against these guys. Only because I have a height advantage on them. That doesn't really mean anything, they can still jump up and get me. But against the Flood, you want every advantage you can get. Especially when you're by yourself. I have no backup right now. Wow, the Needler is actually quite effective in spam. I don't really like to use the Needler too much. Personally, I find it underwhelming. The rate of fire is too slow. It's really good only in certain situations against really powerful enemies, because when you put about 10 or 20 of these things into one of your opponents, they all explode, and it's like one big grenade. And it's pink, so I mean, come on. Now this you might have seen wielded by the elites in the first game. However, we couldn't grab it. This is the energy sword. But in this game, they allow us to take control of it, and it's probably your most effective weapon against the Flood. It's basically a one-hit kill to any of them. But when you're fighting against the Flood with this thing, I wouldn't recommend jabbing it into a carrier form, because, as you know, they explode. So, with those things, you really want to keep your distance. And I can't recall if carrier forms exploding set off grenades in this game. I believe they do. I know in the first game they did, and it killed me multiple times. I'm really not too willing to test that claim in this game. But I'm sure it'll happen, as I tend to die to grenade explosions far more commonly than anyone else. So. Yeah, you're gonna see later in this game, guys, the relationship between us, the player, and the Arbiter becomes a lot more clear and a lot more refined. You know, we're gonna understand a lot better what his role is in the game. Right now, I think the primary goal of the game was to just get you introduced to him. Just let the shock pass that you're playing as an elite for the first time. Because, you know, surprisingly, you know, it's quite shocking for me, you know. As I said earlier, you know, we just played as the Chief for the whole first game, and now to be in the lead. You know, to be those things that we were killing the whole first game felt kind of weird. So. Alright, so we're just going to keep pushing on here, guys. We're still in pursuit of this heretic leader who we have yet to confront yet. I don't see him carrying anything else.
Heretic boss, you see?
There he is, there he is.
This will save me from the storm, but you will be consumed.
Arbiter, where is he?
Stinking floodbait boxed himself in tight. We'll never break through this.
Then we shall force him out. How? The cable. I'm going to cut it. Get everyone back to the ships.
Return to the landing zone. The Arbiter will continue upward, cut this station loose, and scare the heretic from his hole.
Alright, so basically what's happened, guys, is the heretic leader basically barricaded himself in really nothing short of an act of cowardice. I mean, I can't say anything. I already did 6 anything if I had half an army and an Arbiter after me. But basically what we're doing is the station that we're on is suspended. So we're going to cut the cable that's holding the station up in order to scare the heretic out.
All my bandits are in the air, Arbiter. Go ahead, cut the cable.
I believe there's 3 or 4 cables that we have to separate here. 3 or 4. We got I'll open that over something here. Please go away.
That's one. By the prophet, look at the station lit.
Please go shoot someone else.
One final cable, Arbiter.
Okay, there are 3 cables. Alright, guys. All 3 cables have been cut. It's time to head back down.
That's it! The station is in free fall. The heretic leader is on the move. Do not let him escape. We'll stay with you as long as we can.
So that other elite that you hear talking to us, he's actually another significant character that we're going to be seeing more of. He plays a pretty big role in Halo 3 as well. We're going to see eventually. I forget what his real name is, but he's known as the Ship Master. That's a designation given to any commander of a Covenant ship, really. It's the equivalent of a captain, I would assume, or a commanding officer of significant rank.
We're keeping pace as best we can. We'll never escape this maelstrom and abandon it. Wait, the hangar. There was a Sarah fighter inside. Arbiter, you know what to do.
I don't know what it is about landing Banshees, but neither the Chief nor Arbiter can do it well. I'm actually really low on ammo for my carbine here, so I would be grateful if someone else had significant ammo. Bypass these flood here, guys. There's no real reason to engage them, especially when I have such low ammo. Except admittedly. You guys can see I'm trying to use my camouflage in just the right spot so I can sneak by.
Turn, heretic. Arbiter, I would rather die by your hand than let the prophets lead me to slaughter. Who has taught you these lies? The Oracle.
Hello, I am 343 Guilty Spark. I am the monitor of Installation 04.
Ask the Oracle about Halo. How they would sacrifice us all for nothing.
More questions? Splendid. I would be happy to assist you.
The elites are blind, Arbiter. But I will make them see.
Oh man, I thought the heretic leader was going to spill the truth there for a second.
Errand boy!
All he had to do was keep talking. Maybe he could have convinced the Arbiter that the Great Journey's a lie.
His edification was most enjoyable.
I had no choice, Holy Oracle. This heretic imperiled the great journey.
Oracle, great journey. Why do you meddlers insist on using such inaccurate verbiage?
That is the Oracle. So it is. Come, we are leaving this system.